There are a lot of great things happening on the Red Planet lately, so I thought it would be a good time to look back at some of the best unexplained anomalies found on the Martian landscape, including an exclusive anomaly first seen here on Midnight Files. Now, you can't talk about Mars Anomalies without first mentioning the face on Mars. On July 25, 1976, Viking 1 circled the Red Planet in search of a landing site for his sister ship, Viking 2. While taking pictures for the engineers at NASA to study, it took a picture of a pile of rocks that greatly resembled a human face. In fact, it resembled an Egyptian human face. This photo created controversy for more than 2 decades, until April of 1998 when the Mars Global Surveyor spacecraft successfully acquired a high-resolution image of the face on Mars. This photo had different lighting conditions than that of the previous photo, and unmasked the face on Mars in the Cydonia region as just a pile of rocks. This photo created a different kind of controversy. Was it a manipulated photo to hide the fact that there's a face on Mars, or is it just a simple case of pareidolia when the lighting is correct? If the face on Mars is a real structure, then surely something must have lived there to make it, and there'd be some sort of evidence of it, right? August 14th, 2014, Curiosity rover's mast cam took a strange picture. In this photo is a suspicious rock that looks nearly identical to a femur bone. NASA, of course, says that this is just simply a rock that has been worn away by erosion, either wind or water. And they say if life did exist, it would be small, simple life forms called microbes. They believe that Mars didn't have enough oxygen in its atmosphere to support the more complex organism. Thus, large fossils, such as the one in this photo, are not likely. It's not just potential fossils on the planet, but the Mars rover has actually found moving objects. On January 8th of 2014, NASA's Opportunity rover spotted an odd Martian rock that looked like a donut. However, just 4 days earlier, the rock was not there. NASA dubbed this rock Pinnacle Island, and is known in other groups as the Mars Donut. NASA believes it was kicked up by one of its wheels on a short mission earlier. People were hesitant to believe that story, and one concerned citizen even filed a lawsuit against the space agency, claiming that NASA failed to properly investigate the possible fungus growing on the red planet. Although it seems like NASA has an explanation for everything, there's one mystery on the red planet that they're having a hard time solving. In September of 2012, Opportunity used its microscopic imager to look at some rocks. In a large outcrop called Kirkwood, it took these pictures. Now, these pictures are only about 2.5 inches wide, and they show these small spherical objects. NASA named these objects the Kirkwood spheres. Although they resemble the blueberries found almost 8 years prior, they are in no way alike. They don't have the iron-rich composition of the blueberries. They also differ in concentration, distribution, and structure. Some of the spheres in this image have been partially eroded away, revealing concentric internal structures. They appear to be crunchy on the outside and even softer in the middle. So do you think that these Kirkwood spheres are geological, or do you think they're organic in nature? December of 2014, HiRISE, which is one of 6 instruments on NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, took a picture of this puzzling landform. This island is in Mars' Athabasca region and is almost 1.2 miles wide. NASA is not sure what created it. They believe that lava could have gotten underneath the circle and pushed it up from below, or even a lava flow could have melted the ice in this region and left this eroded, strange disc shape behind. Every now and then there's something so strange in the picture that it just jumps right out. One such picture includes a bright light off in the distance. This picture is from 2014 from the nav cam on Curiosity. It includes a bright spot in the upper left corner. What could have caused this bright light? According to NASA, it's fairly common and can be seen almost every week. Here's another picture from 2019 showing another strange light off in the distance. According to NASA, it could be a glint from a rock surface reflecting the sun. And they say it could also be a cosmic ray hitting the camera's light detector. However, a lot of people theorize that it could be something else, something on the planet itself that's creating the light. If there was life on Mars, where could it be hiding? Some people believe it could be underground in some sort of subterranean cavity. On Mars' south pole in the summer, Mars' reconnaissance orbiter took a picture using their high-res camera of a strange feature. The picture appears to show a hole in this landscape to which only a few rays of light are able to hit, showing us the bottom and the snow built up underneath. NASA is still unable to determine what caused the hole or what's inside. Some believe that there's life underground, but there also could be ancient civilizations that lived on the surface before, as shown with these walled cities in this picture. What NASA believes are natural formations in the Elysium Planitia area of Mars, some people believe that they're actually walled cities. As you can see, there are strange pentagon shapes with circular towers in the middle. And underneath this area, the European Space Agency discovered signs of a huge frozen ocean, and they believe it's about the size of the North Sea. The ESA believes that it has to do with a catastrophic flood of this area, as well as volcanic activity that somehow created these ice rafts with dust material on top of them that somehow made this walled city appearance. Personally, I'm not buying that. So what would life look like on Mars? Would it look similar to here on Earth? Here's a strange picture of a creature in the cracks of a mountain. On August 5th of 2014, NASA's Curiosity rover took a picture of this outcrop. And in the bottom right corner, tucked away in a crevice, is what appears to be a crab-like creature. Of course they're saying it's a natural formation, but when you zoom in, it doesn't look like anything else in the area. Could this be a photo of actual life on Mars, or is it simply a natural formation? If not crab-like, could it be possible that life on Mars looked like us, like humans? In 2010, Mars Opportunity rover took this strange picture on the Conception crater. This is a location that was stumping scientists due to its weird coatings on the outside of rocks. On the bottom left side, there's a rock that has an uncanny resemblance to a face. Is this another example of pareidolia, or could it be a Mesopotamian-like sculpture? If there was life, how advanced was it? I always hear if there was life there before, then where are all the wires and the metal and the wood? On January 30th, NASA's Curiosity rover snapped shots of the Martian landscape with each of its two Mastcam cameras, and what appeared was this strange mystery object in the distance. This object did not come from the rover as it's off in the distance. And it's not real small either. It could be upwards of a foot tall. And as of yet, NASA still hasn't commented on this strange structure. If there is still life on Mars, you would imagine that it would have to hide from its rough environment, such as underground or in some sort of cavern. In 2011, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter took another picture with its high-res camera. It was taking photos of the Pavonis Mons volcano and captured something else off in the distance. There is a large crater, and in the center of it is a hole about 35 meters across and roughly 20 meters deep. The hole could be from volcanic activity, but it doesn't make sense why there's a crater. Holes like these would provide the protection that life might need to survive. If there is life on Mars, would it ever come to the surface? In 2007, the Mars Exploration Rover Spirit captured this strange photo. NASA says that it's just a rock, of course, although it's uncanny to an entire humanoid figure. Some people have likened it to a spirit or perhaps a lady, and some even say Bigfoot. But regardless what they believe, it's unmistakable that this is a humanoid type figure. And this being one of my favorite anomalies, this will be available for purchase soon on my store as a printed model. And if there are humanoid figures on the planet, we should be able to see them multiple times, right? This photo was taken in May of 2015 by Curiosity rover's mast left camera. Off in the distance, it appears to show a lady standing out on a rock, and some people even say that there's a little path to the woman's house. Like the previous one, some people say this wispy figure could even be a spirit stuck on Mars. As you would expect, NASA believes that this is just a normal rock. Although I personally like to believe that there's some sort of spirit on the planet. To me, that idea is really cool. This last photo is a Midnight Files exclusive so far. I may have found a picture of a fungus in the 1.8 billion pixel photo that Curiosity took on Mars. This is the most detailed photo Curiosity has ever taken of the planet, and in the bottom left corner there is a strange anomaly that looks identical to a puffball mushroom. If you look closely, you can see a patterned texture around the outside. It also doesn't match any of the other rocks around it. It even contains a hole in the top where the spores would be released. This photo, as well as all the others, can be found on my website at midnightfiles.com. So some may say that these are just rocks and it's just pareidolia, but even here on Earth, life finds a way to use camouflage to blend in with the surroundings. Take this picture for example. If you were to have photographed this from a distance, you would say it's just a leaf. But upon close inspection, you can see that there's actually a caterpillar going right through the middle of it. It's the barren caterpillar, which blends in almost perfectly with the leaf. Some of the creatures in the water have the best camouflage yet. For example, this ghost pipefish right in the middle of the photo looks exactly like the plants around it. Camouflage on enormous animals even works. Did you see the giraffe at first on the right hand side? And this gray tree frog perfectly blends into its surroundings. And this leaf frog has perfectly adapted to blend in with its surroundings. This one could take you a minute to find, but by then you'd be dead. Did you see the leopard to the right of the tree? You may have to look around for a little bit to find this one. It's the leaf-tailed gecko on the closest tree. Even when you see this one, it's hard to make out what it is. This is the red-tailed bat disguising himself to look exactly like a dead leaf. Even in the very front of the screen, it's hard to believe that this stick bug is actually alive. Were you able to see the frog in this one? How about all three? Imagine a planet where the environment appears the same everywhere. Imagine how well their camouflage must be to blend in with it. I don't believe it's outside the realm of possibility that some of these photos that we have seen could be possibly something that's alive or an area where life might exist. From mushrooms to humanoids to crab-like creatures, why couldn't there also be life there? Why couldn't it just blend in and feed off of a different food source that we're not aware of? Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it around. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, this is Midnight Files.